So you guys grew up together?
Yeah, since 3rd grade.
I'm not looking at it.
We're not good enough for you. You look for something else? Yes. I don't know. What are you, supermodels? Oh, yes. Supermodels. What are you model, gloves? What are you doing? The girl's totally into me.
Brad, eat a Snickers.
Why?
Because you get a little angry when you're hungry. Better? Better.
Don't get hungry and turn into Joe being Pesci. Have a Snickers bar so you won't end up being somebody up.
Well, Fade and I finished our lunch, and we headed out the car to run over to Pinellas Park to look up Hee Ha Ho, the Chinese communist comedian, so I could smooth things over between Fade and him. I tried to reassure Fade that I didn't believe there was anything to worry about, and that I was certain I could explain to he that there was little or no chance that Lou Cubic Zirconia would be concerned about him using his material, especially because I was one of only a handful of people who even knew who Lou Cubic Zirconia was. But I was fully prepared to rough this he guy up a little if he showed any inkling that he would give Fade any more trouble. I know it sounds strange, but I was developing to be truthful, more than just a fondness for Fade, and that was kind of unsettling. I keep telling myself that Fade is just a robot, not a real drop-dead good-looking girl. Yeah, she's just a drop-dead, gorgeous-looking, funny robot. I don't get it. I don't have that kind of a fondness for any other appliance. But she doesn't look or act anything like a robot. She just looks like a girl. A drop-dead gorgeous girl. A funny, drop-dead gorgeous girl. And, of course, an anatomically correct drop-dead gorgeous and funny girl. Anyhow, it was only a 15-minute ride to my Goo's Noodle house, and we needed to get going.
Looks like it might rain.
That is okay. I am water resistant to 100 meters.
Buckle up, Theta.
Yes, dear.
How was your lunch?
Very sweet.
I think I put on a couple of pounds just watching it eat.
You cannot put on weight watching someone eat. Oops.
Fade, did you just fart?
No.
No?
No. I pooted. I told you.
I know. Men and Shaheen fart.
They're boys. Girls poot.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Hey, I smell vanilla.
Yes, dear.
We must have passed near a bakery.
No, we didn't. That was me.
Well, you're wearing vanilla cologne? I never noticed that before.
I am not wearing cologne. Remember?
Remember what?
I just pooped it. That is why it smells in here. Sorry.
Your pooch smell like vanilla?
Yes, dear. I am sorry.
Oh, don't be sorry. I wish mine did. Poot away, my dear.
Okay, dear.
Don't get carried away now.
That is an idiom. According to Merriam-Webster online, you mean that I should not get so excited that I am no longer in control of my behavior.
Correct. Very good, Faye. We shouldn't poot when we're around people. It's considered, inappropriate.
Okay, dear.
Let me see if I can get that country station I like. There it is.
Yes?
You no longer correct me when I call you dear.
Well, I didn't notice. Well, I guess it's all right. I mean, my mother called me dear, so...
Your mother called you dear? I am not your mother. I am your...
My what? My what?
I'm your... You know.
You're my girl...
Yes? Go on. Your girl what?
You're my girl Friday. Yes, you are my girl Friday.
Your girl Friday? Tomorrow is Saturday. Tomorrow will I be your girl Saturday?
No, you'll still be my girl Friday. It's an idiom, Peter, another idiom.
Oh, I see. According to idioms by the Free Dictionary, you consider me to be your loyal and faithful female assistant.
Well, that's not all.
I should definitely not call you dear. I should call you boss, or sir,
Ada.
or Detective Benson. No, I am I'm sorry. I forgot. It is Detective Benson. Or how about Bond, James Bond?
No.
You know what you should call me?
What?
Partner.
Partner?
Yes, partner.
Partner? Fada, what's wrong?
I want more than being your girl Friday. I do not want to be just your girl Friday. I want to be your girl every day. I want to be your...
What do you want?
I want to be your partner. Yes. I am one of a kind. I am unique. I am loaded with applications and enhancements far greater than any private detective in the business. I have full and immediate access to all kinds of information, and I have advanced forensics capabilities. I can run license checks and criminal histories, and I can research the laws of any state, and on and on. We should be Fada and Benson.
Fada and Benson?
That has a nice ring to it. Ace detectives. Yes. And my anatomical correctness never again has to be brought into question or looked into again.
Fada.
We can go season to season without getting together.
Now wait.
Just like on those TV shows.
Fada, are you mad at me?
Why, whatever would make you think that? No. I am as happy as a f***ing peeking. Come on, partner. We have some f***ing detective work to do. Step on it, Benson. We have not got all f***ing day. We have to find f***ing hee-haw f***ing ho.
Fada, calm down, will you? You sound like Joe Pesci.
Good.
You're getting this all wrong. You mean a whole lot more to me than just being my girl Friday.
Oh, do I?
Or even being my partner.
Really?
I have real feelings for you. It's just that you're
Anatomically incorrect? Do you not believe me or Daddy? I am anatomically correct. And I'm correct to Brazilian standards, no less. Oh yes. And I even pooed vanilla fragrance. What f***ing else could you ask for?
I want you to quit cussing like a sailor. I was going to say, you're an android, and I'm a human being.
No, I do not care that you are a human being. Do you think that I am a bigot?
No!
None of your human being friends even knows that I am an android. They all think I am just your quirky, beautiful Barbie/Jennifer Aniston looking girlfriend. Do you think I care that you are human and that you cannot tell the difference between a camel and a Great Dane?
No, I don't think.
No, you do not think. You do not think a lot of the time. Except about my anatomical incorrectness, that is.
Oh, I
Which,
don't.
by the way, is correct. Like, way correct.
Way correct?
Like perfect correct. I do not know why you always...
Fada, will you be my girlfriend?
Oh, yes. Yes.
That's good.
Yes, dear. Pull over, big boy. I want to show you something.
Hang on. Well, after a brief sightseeing stop outside Pinellas Park, Fada and I headed to Chew My Goo's Noodle House to see if we could find Hee-Haw-Ho. I must say that the sight I saw when we stopped for our sightseeing opportunity was the best sight I'd seen since I've been in Florida. I had suddenly developed a much greater appreciation for Dr. Peffinger's skills. His childhood fascination with Barbie dolls combined with his National Geographic studies had certainly paid off. So I apologized profusely to Fada for doubting her insistence that she was anatomically correct. I didn't really understand what Fada was talking about when she said she was up to Brazilian standards. But like they say, seeing is understanding, or something like that. Anyhow, it's funny how much you can learn from a sightseeing stop off at a truck stop just outside Pinellas Park. So we arrived at Chew My Goo's Noodle House and went inside to see if Hee-Haw-Ho was there. Fada, this shouldn't take long. Are you sure you want to go in? I can handle Hee-Haw-Ho by myself, even if I have to put my boot in his butt.
No, I want to go with you. Especially if you might end up having to put your boot in his butt. I would very much like to see how that is done.
Fada, I don't mean I'd really put my... never mind. Okay, look, but you're very upset, so let me do the talking. I don't want to take any chances upsetting the ornamentals.
You don't want to upset the Orientals, Brick.
Yeah, them too. Yeah, I have some experience with these people. My brother served in Vietnam.
I have some experience too, you know. Like 10 years with Hee-Haw-Ho.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
You forgot. You forgot? Well, I sure as did not forget.
Veda, calm down. You have to keep your cool. And for heaven's sakes, you have to stop cussing. You should never watch a Joe Pesci movie again. He's a bad influence on you. Now calm down and take a deep breath, and then let's go inside.
Yes, dear. I am calm now. But Joe Pesci does have a way with words.
Yeah, he certainly does. After you, my dear.
Carl, how are you doing? Welcome to Chumaiko Noodle House.
Nudra's house? Well, hello. Domo arigato, Mr. Bato. Me llamo Brickbo Bensono. Party view Americanese.
My name Genghis. You want noodles?
Excuse me a second, buddy. Theta, I'm trying to have a conversation here with this. Theta? Theta? What are you doing?
You told me to take a deep breath.
I didn't tell you to hold your breath.
You need to be more specific with your directions. You know I take things a little bit literally at times. Brick, you are not having a conversation. You just spoke a combination of very bad Japanese from the Styx song Mr. Roboto, some extremely bad Spanish, and a terrible attempt at horrible French.
No matter. It's all foreign language. He'll just think I'm well-traveled, you know. Did you hear him? He said his name was Genghis. Watch this. Sorry, what did you say your name was again, pal?
My name Genghis.
Genghis. You're not trying to con me, are you?
What do you mean con you?
Khan, Genghis Khan, the guy John Wayne looks so much like that they hired him to play King Genghis Khan in that 1956 film, The Conqueror.
Mr. Genghis, Brick means Genghis Khan, the founder and first great Khan of the Mongol Empire.
Genghis Khan not work here. I am only Genghis who work here.
Obviously he does not work here. He died on August the 25th in 1227.
Why you rook here? If he dead, you rook in cemetery. You want noodles?
It was a joke.
Not funny joke. You want noodles or not want noodles?
No. We're looking for...
If you not want noodles, you go now.
We're looking for Hee Ha Ho, the comedian. We understand he does his comedy show here.
He not here. He just like you. He not funny either. Maybe he with John Wayne and Genghis Khan in cemetery. He not funny. He copy Rue Cubic Zirconia. Rue Cubic Zirconia very funny. Everybody like Rue Cubic Zirconia. He ha ho not even little bit funny. I fire he because he not funny. If you not want noodles, you go now. Jennifer Aniston can stay.
She's not...
Brick? I thought no one knew Rue Cubic Zirconia.
Well, apparently he, Rue Cubic Zirconia, not he, the comedian, is popular with the Chinese. Kind of like Jerry Lewis was very popular with the Franchies.
Brick? Do you mean like Jerry Lewis was popular with the French?
No, I mean he was popular with the people who live in France.
The people who live in France are French, not Franchies.
The people who live in China are Chinese, right?
Yes, of course.
Well?
Well, what?
Simple. The people who live in China are Chinese, and the people who live in France are Franchies. My brother served in Vietnam with the Vietnamese. You're just a little confused, Veda.
I was not confused, but now I am.
Well, anyhow, that's how us Americanese do it.
Oh, my.
So apparently all the Chinese people probably know Hee Ha Ho is doing Rue Cubic Zirconia's material, so his secret is out. There's no reason for him to go after you again, so I'd say my job is done.
No, you have not done a f***ing thing. Except offend the Chinese, Hispanics, and the French. I want some f***ing closure. I want you to confront he for what he did to me. I want you to take one of your boots and put it in his butt.
Theta, you don't actually put your boot in someone's butt. It's another idiom. It means that...
Whatever. I don't really care what idiom it is as long as he gets one of your boots in his f***ing butt.
Okay, look, you gotta stop cussing. I know what you want, but I really think you need to spend more time brushing up on Americanese idioms.
Blake, I really love you, but...
I know, I'm a very strange man. Yeah, that seems to come up in every episode.
Hey, very strange man. You want noodles or not want noodles? If you not want noodles, then you go now. Jennifer can stay.
Oh, okay. One more question.
If you not want noodles, you go now. I right, Jennifer. I not right you.
Do you know where we can find Hee-Ha-Ho?
Hee-Ha-Ho move. He moved to Fort Myers Beach. He make movie there now. We're not be very good movie. Just right, Hee-Ha-Ho not funny comedian. Hee-Ha-Ho we're not be good actor. He's daddy, ho, ha-ho, very rich. Give lots of money to Hee-Ha-Ho to make movie about Seminole Indians. He play Aziora. Seminole Indian chief, we're not be very good movie. Seminole Indians were be very angry. Very bad movie. Seminole were go on rampage. He playing Aziora, were be worse than John Wayne playing Genghis Khan. You go now. Jennifer, you can stay. I give you noodles for free. If you marry me, I will not dump you like all the other guys have.
My name is Veda. That is very nice of you, Genghis, but no thanks. We are going to find Hee-Ho, and put Brick's food in his butt.
Oh, find Hee-Ho my favorite movie. That very funny movie. I like it a lot. I like fish movies. Remind me of sushi. Very strange man. You read. Now.
All right, one more thing and we'll leave. Did he leave a forwarding address?
Yes. Here Hee-Ho address for rest paycheck. Staying at Ronnie Kai Island Resort, Fort Myers Beach. Room 621.
Thanks, Genghis. You've been a great help. I bet you come from a long line of samurai warriors, huh?
Genghis not Japanese. Genghis Chinese. Go now or Genghis make very strange man sushi out of you.
Holy shish kebab. He doesn't take compliments very well, does he?
He probably does accept compliments, but that was not a compliment. So much for not upsetting the ornamentals, I guess. Genghis, Zaijian, Wozaihuan Nida Mian Guan.
Zaijian. Jennifer. Say hello to Brad, Vince, Gregory, Gerard, and Joe for me.
I will. If I ever see them.
All right, one last question, Genghis. What the heck is noodles?
You go now, very strange man. Chop chop.
Chop chop. Hey, was that a sushi threat?
No, Brick. Chop chop means he wants you to leave quickly. We better go before he throws noodles at you.
Hey, what the heck are noodles anyway?
That is how he pronounces noodles.
We should take him to Dr. Pepper and have his speech out fixed. Say that. I didn't know you spoke Chinese.
I speak 6,500 languages, including Buzin. Only 7 people in the world besides me speak Buzin. The only language I don't fully understand yet is whatever language it is that you speak. That is a work in progress.
Very funny. Look, really, all this cussing you're doing, you gotta stop that cussing.
Sorry, dear. Old habits are hard to break.
That's not an old habit. You just started cussing back then after you exposed to Joe Pesci or Roger, whoever that guy was.
Relatively speaking, my cussing habit is old. I've been cussing since I was 10 years old.
You are 10 years old.
Well, that is very young to be cussing, is it not? You tell everyone I am 30 years old.
Yes, but...
So in your way of telling time, I have been cussing a very long time.
But you aren't really 30.
Well then, can I tell everyone I am your anatomically correct 10-year-old girlfriend?
No. Absolutely not. Now look, just break your old cussing habit for me, will you? It isn't very becoming of my 30-year-old girlfriend. So please stop. Try to stop that, will you?
Yes, dear. Now let's go put one of your f***ing boots in this f***ing bliphole's butt, shall we? Oops. I slipped. I'll do better in the future.
Oh, Veda, you're...
I am what? A hoot again? We already did that bit.
No, Toots. I was going to say you're absolutely beautiful.
Oh, darling. You are beautiful, too.
In a madly beautiful way?
Absolutely.
Oh, baby.
Oh, sweetheart.
Oh, Snookums.
We need better pet names to call each other.
We do? Okay.
Something special. How about I call you Prince Charming?
Prince Charming, huh? Yeah, that fits.
No.
Why not?
You are definitely not a prince, and you are certainly not charming.
What do you mean I'm not charming? I'm as charming as they come.
Brick, you dumped me at a Goodwill store.
Oh, yeah.
How opposite of charming is that?
You have a point.
I know. I have it. How about handsome?
Nah. Everybody calls me that. It has to be special. It has to be something nobody else would call me.
Oh, I know. Smart.
Very funny. Not.
How about me? What would be my special pet name?
How about, Toots, or Sweet Cakes, or Snookums?
You call every girl Toots or Sweet Cakes or Snookums.
Well, how about Money Penny?
And it definitely cannot be Money Penny.
Ah, shoot, I like that one. Hey, I got one for you. How about, Honey Butter Biscuit? Or maybe, a sugar dumpling cake, or oatmeal cookie.
Brick, I'm your girlfriend, not a hillbilly snack food.
Oh, sorry. I was getting hungry after being at Chew My Goose. Oh. How about Noodles?
Noodles. Oh, sure. Then how about I call you very strange man?
Everybody calls me that. And not in a good way.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I have it. I'll call you Poots.
Yeah, that is great. Then I'll call you an ambulance because you will need one.
Whoa. Calm down, Theta. Hey, I love you.
I am Tom Brick. I love you too.
That's it. Theta. There is no other Theta.
Brick. There is no other Brick. Yes. Theta and Brick.
Brick and Theta. Now, alphabetically, Brick comes before Theta.
Intellectually, Theta comes before Brick. And of course, ladies first.
I call dibs on Brick and Theta.
You cannot call dibs. I said Theta and Brick first. Technically, that is dibs.
Brick and Theta.
Theta and Brick.
Brick first.
Theta first.
Me first. You second.
Me first.
Me.
Me.
Carol, how are you doing? My name Genghis. Ancient Chinese expression, Hao Qi, mean, wow, what delicious food. At Shumaigu Noodle House you not often hear that. Most often you hear, 你只有面条吗? Which mean do you only have noodles? Answer is, 是的，我们你只有面条。如果你不想要面条，你现在就请。That mean, yes, we only have noodles. If you do not want noodles, you go now. So for best noodles in Pineiros Park, Florida, you come to Shumaigu Noodle House. If not, you go now.
Yeah, so me and the wife are down here for a vacation from New York, you know. We went to this Chew My Goose Noodle House in Pinellas Park to get some real Chinese food. And we ordered some chicken fried rice. And the guy said that if we didn't want noodles, I think he called them, that we should go. Yeah, what the heck are noodles anyway, huh?
Well, I went to this Chinese restaurant called Chew My Goose in Pinellas Park when I was up this way from Fort Myers. Oh, I was especially attracted to the lovely window decor done in rich red with gold trim. Oh, it's simply lovely. Anyway, I ordered gluten-free steamed vegetables with bamboo shoots, corn, pea pods, and water chestnuts. Boiling fresh water, of course, not in that noodle water that they boil it in. Well, this very handsome little man told me that if I didn't want noodles, I should go. Well, I wasn't sure what noodles were, so I left.
If you really love noodles, you will love Chew My Goose Noodle House in Pinellas Park, Florida. So for all you Chinese pasta aficionados out there, go see Genghis at Chew My Goose Noodle House in Pinellas Park, Florida. They don't have noodles, but they do have noodles and they look and taste exactly like noodles.
If you do not want noodles, you go now.
Well, we were about a half an hour into our trip to Fort Myers Beach when Theta dozed off. I'd never seen her actually sleep before, and I was a bit concerned that she had maybe shut down for some reason. My concern was alleviated when she began to snore. So I decided to let her sleep while I mulled over how I was going to resolve this thing between her and Hee-Haw-Ho. I thought it might be best to just let sleeping dogs continue to sleep, or however that saying goes. But Theta seemed bent on poking the bear and seeing me put my boot in Hee-Haw-Ho's butt. Anyhow, thanks to Genghis, we were able, hopefully, to zero in on Hee-Haw-Ho's current location down at the Atlantic High Resort, room 621 on Fort Myers Beach. Before we headed out, I told Theta that if this effort to contact He ended up as another dead end, we were going to have to bring our quest to an end. Since I retired from the police department and went full-time into my private investigation business, my finances were dwindling. I spent most of my savings on spiffing up my office and buying the necessary office supplies and radio ads to get the business going. Unexpectedly, Theta came into my life and gave me a strange, but I have to admit, a wonderful detour off track. Theta seemed more relaxed since we had, shall we say, solidified our romantic relationship. I'm pretty sure she actually felt more secure knowing that she'd be with me as both my girlfriend and, like she likes to say, my business partner. But now I really did need to scrape up some business that actually paid the rent. Theta offered to hold off on her salary to pay for my efforts to find Hee-Haw-Ho. Of course, I turned down her generous offer. We decided that we should also keep our relationship to ourselves for a while, at least until everyone became accustomed to our Benson and Theta Ace Detective business relationship. No one that I knew was aware that Theta was an android, and everyone we'd met so far, besides Dr. Pefflinger himself, thought Theta was just my quirky, beautiful Barbie / Jennifer Aniston girlfriend. Speaking of all that, when I had a moment alone, I was going to contact Dr. Pefflinger again to talk about Theta. And Theta was acting, less and less like an android and more like a real person. I wanted to find out if all her behaviors were actually what Dr. Pefflinger expected from her upgrades. Her speech and her mannerisms were far more refined and natural. Now she only resorts to the internet as a source of information, just like anyone else does. She makes up her own mind, and she does not seem to follow programmed information. She seems to understand things, and she learns from experiences. And as of very recently, I know she experiences pleasure. And now here she is, riding beside me, napping. As we crossed the bridge into Punta Gorda, I gently nudged her to wake her up.
Theta. Baby.
Huh? Oh, Brick, I must have fallen asleep. Are we there yet?
Theta, I didn't know you actually slept.
Neither did I. It was a wonderful feeling. I feel so good. In a different, relaxing way. I remembered you and me in a beautiful little house on the beach on a very pretty summer day with our cute little doodle dog.
Theta, we were never at a beautiful house on the beach. And we don't have a little doodle dog.
Oh my goodness. I must be malfunctioning. Brick, I'm afraid.
No, sweetheart. I think you were dreaming.
Dreaming? Is that what dreams are like?
Yes. They're just like that. This is wonderful.
But it is so sad. We don't have a pretty house on a beach. Or a cute little doodle dog.
Darling, that's one thing that dreams are for.
What do you mean?
A very pretty little girl once said, a dream is a wish your heart makes.
What pretty little girl said that?
It was a little girl named Cinderella. Look it up. It's from,
I just did. It is from the Walt Disney movie Cinderella in 1950. The song was written and composed by Mac David, Al Hoffman, and Jerry Livingston.
Well, now you know more than I do.
I usually do.
Well, thanks for reminding me of that all the time.
You are welcome, dear. No problem.
We can watch that movie tonight in Motel 6.
That sounds like fun.
Good. But for now, I need to check again to see if you still agree that we're going to give this thing one more shot, and if it doesn't pan out, we're going to my office.
You mean our office, don't you, partner?
Sorry, yes, our office. Okay. So anywho, if this thing with Hee-Haw-Ho doesn't pan out, we're going to have to focus on our detective business, right?
Yes. If our quest for Hee-Haw-Ho does not eventuate in success, we will work on my detective business.
Hey, what happened to our detective business?
Oops.
Theta, you just interpreted the idiom pan out without doing a computer search.
Yes, I was able to interpret your meaning by the context in which you utilized the idiom.
You're amazing.
Yes, I am amazing.
Oh yeah, you're modest too.
Did I detect a little sarcasm there, big boy?
From me?
Well, you are pretty awe-inspiring yourself, but not modest.
Thanks. Hey, Veda, to pass the next hour or so, let's listen to one of my old CDs.
Sure.
They're in the glove compartment there. Just pick one out.
Okay. Which one do you want?
I'll just pick one at random. They're all good. And put it in the CD player slot right there. Oh, that's my backtrack CD. That one's called I Got You, Babe by Sonny and Sherry. Just go ahead and pick another CD.
No. I know that one. I don't know why, but I do. Let's sing along.
I really don't sing usually when there's other people around, you know, right?
Don't worry. I am not just other people. Let's just talk sing. I'll start.
Sure. Let's do it. Start it over.
Okay. Here we go. Brick? They say we're young, and we don't know. We won't find out until we're grown.
Yeah, well, I don't know if all that's true. But you got me, and Veda, I got you. Babe. I got you, babe. I got you, babe.
They say our love won't pay the rent. Before it's earned, our money's all been spent.
Yeah, I guess that's true. We ain't got a lot. But at least I'm sure of all the things we got. Babe. I got you, babe.
I got you, babe.
I got flowers in the spring. And I've got you to wear my ring.
And when I'm sad, you're a clown. And if I get scared, you're always around. Don't let them say our love is wrong, 'cause I don't care. With you I can't go wrong.
Well then, put your little hand in mine. There ain't no hill or mountain that we can't climb. Veda. I got you, babe. I got you, babe.
I got you to hold my hand.
And I've got you to understand.
I got you to walk with me.
I got you to talk to me.
Got you to kiss goodnight.
I got you to hold me tight.
I got you, I will not let go.
And I got you to love me so.
I got you, babe.
What are you laughing at? I think that was pretty good. We ought to take the show on the road. What do you say? Well, we may not be destined for karaoke stardom, but that was fun.
Yes, it was. It was a lot of fun.
Hey, Toots, turn on the radio, will you? Let's see if we can get FM 107.1 Cat Country in Fort Myers.
Okay.
May still be a little too far away. Listen to real country music, all right?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, now that's music.
Yes.
You know, I've always thought it would be nice to move to Nashville, Tennessee. Oh, maybe you and I could practice and actually become famous karaoke singers at some local karaoke bar.
Neither of us can sing.
Well, that's okay. We can become famous talk singers.
My search does not show any good talk singers out there.
The only two I can think of were Walter Brennan and a guy who calls himself Lonesome Lou. So that's good.
I have heard of Walter Brennan. One notable talk song of his was called Old Rivers. But I've never heard of Lonesome Lou.
Not many people have.
So how is that good that there are not any real good talk singers?
Because there's no real competition.
Oh, of course. That makes sense. That is good. Because we really couldn't make it if we had any competition at all.
We'd better stick to Benson and Theta Ace Detectives.
Theta and Benson.
We'll have to talk a little more about that. I'll go for Theta and Benson karaoke stars.
We interrupt this program for breaking news from Fort Myers Beach, Florida.
Turn that up.
There has been what is being called an unfortunate accidental shooting near Big Carlos Pass where the movie Seminole Storm is being filmed. The film's producer and star, little-known communist Chinese comedian He Ha Ho, is being investigated in the killing of the film's script supervisor and a manatee and seriously wounding a cameraman and a makeup artist during the rehearsal of the film's opening scene. Initial reports indicate that He Ha Ho's prop bow, which was supposed to have been a non-working replica of a long bow like those used by the Seminole Indians in the 1800s, may have actually been a high-tech compound bow. And what was supposed to have been a non-lethal papier-mâché arrow may have actually been a fixed-blade broadhead arrow, the most deadly type of hunting arrow. The arrow reportedly passed through the script supervisor, the cameraman, and the makeup artist and killed the manatee, who locals call Lucky. Lucky was feeding in the shallow water at the time, just offshore at the film's shooting location. Several witnesses claim that the distraught comic-turned-actor said he did not know how this could have happened because what he thought was the prop bow was not supposed to be loaded and that he had no idea how it fired the arrow. He insisted it was not his fault because the prop manager confirmed the bow was not loaded when he handed the bow and arrow to him. He Ha Ho also claimed the accident was a 1 in 10 quadrillion occurrence because prop arrows are shot at actors all the time and nobody has ever been killed and only one person had his eye shot out. He, the comic-turned-actor, insists that if the bow did somehow shoot the arrow, it did so all by itself. Police Chief Morpheus O'Malley of the Fort Myers Beach Police Department told Cat 107.1 News that in all his 27 years of police work this is the first time he ever heard of a high-power compound bow and fixed-blade hunting arrow being mistaken for a non-working wooden long bow and papier-mâché prop arrow. He added that he has also never heard of a bow accidentally discharging an arrow by itself and that every time he has ever seen a bow and arrow being shot, the archer had to put the arrow in the bow, pull the string back and launch the arrow. The chief said he is keeping an open mind, but if it is proven to have been an accident, or that the bow did somehow fire the arrow all by itself, He Ha Ho might escape prosecution for killing the script supervisor and seriously wounding members of the crew. But he would almost certainly be sentenced to life in prison as an accomplice in the killing of Lucky, the very unlucky manatee. There will be a special beachside candlelight service tonight at Big Carlos Pass for Lucky the manatee. We will bring you more updates as the story unfolds. I am Will Tell him for Cat 107.1 Breaking News. Now back to more country music.
That is horrible news. I feel very sad for that poor manatee.
Yeah, old Lucky didn't live up to his name, did he? I wonder who the person was that got killed. And didn't they say a couple other people were seriously injured? I wonder who they are.
I don't know. They did not say much about the people. They only focused on the manatee. That was a very unfortunate accident. Do you suppose the bow and arrow actually did go off by itself?
Well, I don't know much about bows and arrows. I don't think they have safeties on them like guns do. I guess they can be dangerous. I read somewhere about a guy who committed suicide with a bow and arrow.
Really?
No, I remember. It was a boa constrictor. Boa constrictors definitely don't have safeties on them.
Yes, that makes much more sense. Not. Maybe this was just an accident. Maybe the bow and arrow did go off by itself.
I doubt it. The National Rifle Association says that guns don't kill people, people kill people. The National Bow Association probably says the same thing about bows and arrows. I'll bet you they're going to overreact now and start putting safeties on bows and arrows when they should be focusing on dangerous boa constrictors. Well, anywho, as old Ben Shapiro said back when he invented electricity, a pound of prevention is much larger than an ounce of a cure. Something like that.
You mean Ben Franklin, not Ben Shapiro. And Ben Franklin did not invent electricity. What he actually said was an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
Well, that was way back in the good old days. I'll bet it's worth a whole lot more now than it was then.
Oh my.
Well, no matter. It looks like you aren't going to have to worry about He Ha Ho. He's going to be too busy trying to get out of this mess rather than worrying about you handing him up for plagiarizing Lou Cubic Zirconia's work. And no matter what, they're going to be sending him up the river for killing that manatee.
I'd rather see him go to jail for killing that manatee than just sending him up the river.
That's what sending him up the river means, Veda.
In what way does sending someone up the river mean sending him to jail?
Do I in any way look like I would know the answer to that?
No. How silly of me.
All you have to do is your cute little beepy computer search thing. That's why I pay you the big bucks.
You haven't paid me any big bucks yet.
I just gave you a raise the other day.
Yes. You gave me a raise, but you did not actually give me money.
Well, now you're being ungrateful.
No. You are being cheap.
I'm not being cheap. I'm being frugal.
No. You are definitely being cheap.
I am not being cheap.
Being cheap.
Being frugal.
Cheap.
Well, we drove back to Fort Myers Beach. We were just laughing and singing to my karaoke backtracks. Time passed quickly, and before we knew it, it was 4:30 and we were back in Fort Myers Beach. Then we drove directly to the Lanikai Resort and headed directly to room 621 to see Hee Ha Ho. One way or the other, I was going to put an end to this concern Veda had about he tracking her down again. And I was fully prepared to jerk a knot in his tail for the anguish he had caused Veda.
Brick, you are wearing your new Sebago schooner boat shoes.
Yeah, they're my favorite shoes. They're very comfortable.
They won't work, Brick.
What do you mean?
You said you were going to put one of your boots in Hee Ha Ho's butt, not one of your Sebago schooner boat shoes.
Veda, look, I'm not going to put...
A good Skechers Bergen Tarlic steel toe work boot would be much more effective, don't you think? Besides, it will ruin one of your new Sebago schooner boat shoes. The process is quite messy, I presume?
Veda, I'm hoping I won't have to put any footwear in his butt. I'm sure he has bigger problems for murdering Lucky the manatee now.
It seems to me that having to have a size 12 steel toe work boot removed from his butt would present a rather significant problem.
Yes, it would. But let's try to resolve your issue in a softer way.
Okay. How about a Mike Lindell moccasin my slipper? They are very soft according to Mike Lindell. They have 4-tier cushioning system that combines 2 layers of foam with a patented impact gel. I won't settle for any less than that, but I prefer the steel toe boot.
No, just relax. I'll handle this.
Now I'm mad. You promised to put your boot in his butt.
You're always mad. Just relax. 621 is to the left. 621, here it is.
Knock louder. Maybe no one is here.
Yeah, maybe not. And I did not promise to put my boot in his butt, all right?
Hello.
Oh, hello, sweetie. Is your mommy or daddy here?
My mommy is. My daddy is at the store.
Hello, little girl. You are very pretty.
Thank you. My name is Ivy. You look like Jennifer Aniston before she married Brad Pitt in 2000.
Thank you, Ivy.
Can we speak to your mommy, Ivy?
Sure. Wait a minute. Mommy? A man and a lady who looks like Jennifer Aniston before she married Brad Pitt in 2000 wants to talk to you.
Does he have a wife and child?
Not that I know of. I feel sorry for them if he does.
Hello? Can I help you?
I hope so. I'm looking for someone who's supposed to be staying in this room. Are you, by any chance, a hoe?
I beg your pardon?
I think he means is your last name, Ho. But do not, Ho, me to that.
Oh.
That was a joke.
Yeah, look, I'm sorry. I could have phrased that better. Yes, I'm looking for a man named Ho. Hee Ha Ho. I thought maybe you were his wife.
No. Just got loom today. After 3 o'clock. Did you say Hee Ha Ho? Was that man who cured the nice manatee?
Yes, it is.
I hope you are not friends of his.
Definitely not.
No, we're private detectives, and we need to see him.
To put a boot in his butt.
Veda.
But it looks like I might have to settle for a Mike Lindell my slipper.
Sorry, ma'am. We're...
I hope you do put boot in his butt. Because he is manatee kill work.
Sure. Yes, he is. Thank you, ma'am. Have a good stay at the beach.
You're very pretty.
Oh, thank you.
I meant Jennifer.
Oh, of course, I knew that.
No, you did not know that.
Of course I did.
I do not think he knew it.
He didn't know that.
Come on, I knew it.
You did not know that.
Goodbye.
Bye, silly man.
I'm telling you, Theta, I knew she was talking about you.
No, you didn't. Admit it.
I'm not going to admit it, because I knew she was talking about you all along.
Then why did you say thank you?
Because I was being funny.
You were being silly.
Being funny.
Being silly.
Being funny.
Silly.
Funny.
Silly.